I'm Lucinda Laughlin. Welcome to WAVE, Channel 20, Auburn Community Television, and this episode of Meet the Artist. Meet the Artist is supported by the North Auburn Artists to introduce artists in our local community. Today our show is featuring artwork that has been created by boys and girls from the Boys and Girls Club of Placer County. They are participating in the Lions Club International's Peace Poster Contest, which is being sponsored by the Auburn Host Lions Club. Today, on this very cold, wet day, we are in the Auburn Host Lions building at the Gold Country Fairgrounds. One of the things about this building is that it is newly being renovated. And the other aspect about it is I'm on a different mic system. So I certainly hope that you'll bear with me because I have a handheld mic, I'm tethered to a stage, and when people come up to talk to me, we're going to have to be sharing a mic. There also may be some background noise because we are here for a reception. And during this reception, we have judges that are judging the contest, and they are going to determine a winner to see who's going to go forward to compete at the district level for the Peace Poster Contest. First, we're going to talk with Rich Johnson, who is the president of the Auburn Host Lions Club. Rich, I want to thank you so very much for inviting the Auburn Community Television and Meet the Artist to be here with you for this event today.
Okay, well, thank you.
Well, let's start out by you telling us a little bit about the Auburn Host Lions.
Well, the Auburn Host Lions has been a club in Auburn for 90 years now. We just celebrated our 90th birthday, actually, last year. And so it's been a very good participant in the community for all this time. We do participate in a lot of nonprofit and other activities that help people out. And the Lions, of course, started with the idea of helping people that are having vision impairment. And of course, since then, we've gone to all kinds of things. Even now, we're looking at people that have diabetes. And locally, we do a lot of things in terms of supporting scholarships for kids in school. We do give grants to nonprofits, and so we do a lot of activities like that locally that really help the community out.
Now, how did you get the name Auburn Host Lions?
Well, back in 1927, the Auburn Club formed, and when a club like the Auburn Host Lions Club formed, when they helped get another club going, they become hosts, and so that became part of their name.
Now, I understand, as I indicated, that this is a brand new building for the Auburn Host Lions and is undergoing quite a bit of remodeling. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that's correct. Our club was meeting in a place that was a little bit difficult because of stairs and difficulty for some of the more aging people in the club. And so we were looking for a new place, and it just so happened that the Placer County Museums, who used to occupy this building, moved out. And so it became an available building. Well, we had some cash in our account that we could use to improve the building, and so we entered into an agreement with the fairgrounds, and actually were able to make that agreement and sign into the building. As part of that agreement, we're doing improvements to the building, and one of the ones you see behind me is the wall. It looks like it's made of redwood, but it's not really redwood, it's sequoia trees. And there were some sequoia trees that were dying, and it was actually a memorial grove, and those trees were dropped. And so we were able to contract with a fellow that could make them into boards and build the wall for us. And he's going to build all the walls for us around this building.
Now those sequoias, those are actually on the fairgrounds here.
Yeah, that's correct. And the interesting story about it is they were planted in memory of a fellow by the name of Morgan. And if you look at the photograph of the past presidents of the Lions Club, he was a past president of the Lions Club. And so the memorial to Mr. Morgan is on our wall, and it's going to be on the walls all around here. So that's kind of an interesting little fact.
Well, this woodworking is absolutely fabulous artistry, and I think it is an incredible backdrop to this particular contest because it is promoting artistry in our community. Now, when I had introduced this, I'd indicated that This is the Lions Club International's Peace Poster Contest, but it's being sponsored by the Auburn Host Lions. What is the relationship between those two entities?
Well, the Auburn Host Lions is just part of the international organization, which is probably one of the largest, philanthropic organizations in the world. And almost every country in the world has Lions in it. And so that's our relationship. We're just one of the little peas in the big pond.
So now, but this is their Peace Poster Contest, and then do each of the local clubs get to decide whether or not they're going to take part in that contest and sponsor it in their own communities? Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah. And then, of course, the winners will move on through the process up to the international level. And so it gets bigger and bigger.
So, since we're talking about the Peace Poster Contest, why don't we tell me a little bit about it?
Well, I really need to introduce the coordinator of the Peace Poster contest to really describe that in detail.
Okay, that'd be great.
Okay.
So who is our coordinator?
Okay, well, we have Lion Ken Freeman, who is somewhere in the building here that's going to step forward, and he's going to explain the details of the Peace Poster contest.
Well, again, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
So do I have a Lion Ken in the house? Welcome, I'm so glad you could join us.
Thank you.
All right, so would you please tell us a little bit of overview of the Peace Poster Contest?
Well, the Peace Poster Contest is run by Lions International. Over 600,000 students take part on a global basis. And it's open for students between the ages of 11 and 13. They must submit original work, and any art format is acceptable, but no 3D work, so no clay work, no pottery or things like that, no woodwork. And it's run on an annual basis. And Auburn Host Lions has not been involved for many years, and this year we decided to revive it. Have a lot of help from my wife and the Boys and Girls Club here in Auburn. We managed to get quite a few children interested, but we finished up with 17 entries.
Well, that's pretty good, though, for a first year.
Well, we think it's a start, and the Boys and Girls Club are already talking about planning for next year. So we'll see how it grows.
Now, you had indicated that you work with it's the Lions Club Internationals, and do they have a specific theme that goes with this?
Well, every year it is about peace, and the children have to draw a poster. So this year the theme was Future of Peace, and it's quite innovative what just some of our few children that are involved here have done. They've impressed us.
I think it would be really difficult at any age level to have to think about peace, excuse me, and then go forward and then take that and create an image on a piece of paper. So yes, I think it is pretty remarkable that we have 11, 12, and 13-year-olds here.
Yeah, I think we should make a special mention to Katie Lewis at the Boys and Girls Club, who took this on very enthusiastically and has helped coach the children, make them think about what they were doing. And as I say, she's already planning for next year, so it's looking good.
Well, I will look forward to seeing it next year, so well, thank you very much. Appreciate you talking with us this morning.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to share with you some of the rules that actually go with this. As Ken indicated, that it is 11, 12, and 13-year-olds who are competing in this contest. Additionally, they can compete by using any medium that is put on a poster, but then they have to do it that has to fulfill the theme. Their pieces are judged on artistic merit, expression of the theme, as well as originality. One of the things that I found that would be really difficult about it, they cannot use any words. They can't even have their name on the front of the poster. They also cannot stick anything on, they can't staple it, and they can't glue it. So there's certain limitations as long as they use the watercolor, oil, acrylic, and then creating their peace posters. There are some crucial dates to keep in mind with regard to this contest. The reason that we're holding it today is that, excuse me, is that the winner of this particular contest, the poster will be forwarded on to the district, and that will be on November 15th. At that point, they will actually be judged at the district level, and then the winner at the district level will go on and be mailed for the multi-district contest, which will be December 1st. By December 15th, the winner of the multi-districts poster will be mailed on for the international consideration. On February 1st is when the winners will be announced and all of the winners will be notified. If you are interested in finding out who wins the Peace Poster Contest, you can go to www.lionsclub.org and look at Peace Poster Contest, and you'll be able to see if maybe one of our posters is going to be a winner. Now, unfortunately, Katie Lewis, who is the coordinator at Boys and Girls Club of Placer County, is not here with us today, and that is truly unfortunate because she has been so instrumental in moving this forward. Though I know that the kids are going to be watching this program, and I think we all have to send out some big kudos to Katie for all of her help. Also, I want to thank all of the boys and girls that are participating in this, and unfortunately, we don't have any of them here to visit. But we are going to be showing some of their artwork in a photo montage. So we're going to take a few moments through the magic of editing, and you're going to be able to see all of the wonderful pieces of art and the students' names that are participating. I'm going to close for a bit here, and then we're going to move into the judging and the results. Well, the judges are finished, and so all the suspense is finally coming to an end. And before we declare who the winner is, I'm going to introduce our judges. First, I'd like to introduce Charlotte Cooper. Charlotte is an encaustic painter, and she lives in Placer County, up in the Lincoln area, isn't it?
Yes.
And if you want to find out more about her work, she has done an episode on Meet the Artist, and it is absolutely amazing what she does. So I encourage you to tune in to that program after you watch this one. Our next judge is Nancy Poling. Nancy is an artist here in our Auburn area, and she works in acrylic. She too has been on Meet the Artist, and I certainly hope that you'll tune in to her episode. And last but not least is our judges, Phil Grebe. Actually, Phil is a watercolor artist as well, but most of our artists in our community know him because he is the one that makes our artwork look absolutely fantastic. He is the person who does our matting and our framing. So if you ever stop by his store, which is the Sunset Oaks Framing, he's the one that all of us turn to make our art look fabulous. So with that being said, does anybody want to just tell me a little bit about what you found with the work in general?
We found a lot of thoughtful artists, some very good work, some very vibrant work, and good minds at work. The composition was interesting, and some of it was very well done. The vision that the kids have for the future is hopeful and a little hesitant, I think. One girl standing bravely on top of the world, looking like she's ready to defend it, but also looking very young, which is what these artists are.
Do you have anything to add?
Well, I think the artists should definitely keep working at it because I think we have some great artists in the future.
Oh, no, I just think that this was a delight for us to get to do, to see the future of artists in this community is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I'm glad that you could join us today. So, with that being said, let's see who our winner is for today. The winner is Alexis Criado Hernandez. She is a 13-year-old and she's in 7th grade at C.V. Kane. And she does attend the Boys and Girls Club at Placer County. And this is her poster. And I had to always marvel because so many of the posters we had have the peace symbol. And for those of us who came up through the 60s, it's nice to know that our symbol is continuing on. Well, thank you so very much for joining us today. Thank you.
Congratulations to everybody.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Well, I certainly do want to thank the Auburn Coast Lions for having us here today. We appreciate the fact that they let Auburn Community Television be a part of this episode. I want to extend a thanks from the North Auburn artist to the Auburn Lions Club because we are always about promoting art in the community, and it's things like this that will introduce our young people to art, and we really appreciate the assistance in that regard. As always, we thank the students who are participating, and particularly another shout out to Katie Lewis for all of the work that she did. We appreciate that as well. And we do appreciate viewers like you for tuning into Auburn Community Television and Meet the Artist. We hope that you will tune in again, and maybe next time you will find one of these young people living just around the corner.